back, YouTube. We've got our first service today on the bobber that I don't have a name for yet. I don't think people took to bobber fet too well. That's fine. Didn't really stick with me either. As my buddy Taz said, naming a bobber fet is like calling a black motorcycle Black Betty. He's right. There we go. I don't think I've got this camera exactly where I want it, but it's gonna have to do. I've got this jacket on that I bought back in 2017 when I was way skinnier. I've tried a couple of jackets over the last few months and I don't really care for them, so I basically look like I'm stuffed into a sausage casing inside of this jacket, but it works. So yeah, first service, man, that's pretty cool. Part of the deal that I made with Tampa Triumph was he included the first service, and according to him, I'll take him at face value, but according to him, he's never offered a first service included as part of the deal before, so I'll take it. Speaking of that, Josh and I were kind of talking about weight one night. Shade Tree Surgeon, he's a pretty big fella. I'm a big fella. I don't know, I got this mental block where I can't just buy a new jacket because I feel like, so I gained a lot of weight during COVID. Well, let me take a step back here. I gained a lot of weight in 2020 in the first few months of the COVID lockdown. When I got laid off, I got so, I don't want to say depressed because I think that's overused, but I got lethargic just sitting in my house waiting to be called back to work until eventually I just wasn't called back to work, but I got so fat just sitting there, and it ruined all the hard work that I'd put in back in 2016 and 17. I've got a video somewhere that I may try to link here somewhere if I remember to. I'm really bad about that, and so I keep telling myself I'm going to lose that weight again, but that was a lot of hard work, and I don't know that I have it in me, to be perfectly honest with you. I've got this jacket that I can make fit. I mean, if I ever tried to put the liner in it, I'd be screwed. But we're talking about the weight thing and how at some point you just have to buy the bigger clothes and just be more comfortable instead of letting that mental block, you know, kind of weigh you down over owning who you are, who you become. And I won't speak for his insecurities. I don't know that well. At least for me, weight has always been an insecurity of mine. You know, not when I was really young, of course, because I was in the Marines and I was in shape. But we're wearing this jacket anyway, and comfort be damned. Hey, if you haven't already, hit that subscribe button down below. It's a red button. Also, I've added a new feature. I don't know, this might go over like a fart in church, but I got a notification on YouTube that I was eligible to add memberships. Okay, so I added it. I tried to be a little creative with some of the perks. I probably failed, but so I do have my Patreon, and I am doing some Patreon only content. It's out there if you want to join. The links down below for that as well. These memberships may be a complete flop, I don't know, but they're down there. I've added some perks if you guys decide to join. I mean, one or the other, or both if you want. Shit, man, just like the Patreon, man, no pressure at all. If you want to, you want to. If you don't, you don't. After this service, I am going to go home, and I think sometime during this video, I'm finishing up those seals. See, I was able to stretch the fork seal conversation out one more video. This is great, at least one more. I'm going to milk that content for all it's worth, baby. Whether you want it or not, I got it.
I'm a bobber to get service. Chad and I have been talking quite a bit. You guys remember Chad from the day we came up and looked at the bobber for the first time. They were telling me they sold the Bollywood Bruzer yesterday. Guy got his license like a month ago, came up here, fell in love with the bike. He lives in the Orlando area. They delivered it to him. They just showed me pictures. You should see the smile on this guy's face. I love it. I hope that in my travels to Orlando, if I take them anytime soon, that I run into the guy, because I'd love to see the Bruzer out on the street again. That's pretty cool. You say you liked it quite a bit?
Loved it.
Hell
went on
yeah.
2 test rides.
So you went like the whole route?
Twice. He asked for a second one.
Nice.
Yeah.
See, that's the kind of stuff I like. I love that it went to somebody who really appreciates it. So we
pulled in and he was like, I think I love this bike. I was like, that's what I like to hear, bud.
Nice. Nice, man. That makes me happy, because I was kind of sad about having to give up the bike since I did so much work on it. And I actually did like it quite a bit. It just wasn't for me in the long run. But I am going to show you, check this out. So they've got a bobber I sat on it in the test ride video a little bit, but they put on the white walls. You guys think about that. I think what makes the white walls really work on this one is already a black bike. I don't know, man. I'm considering it. I'm considering it. These apes. What do you guys think? Should I do apes on the unnamed bobber? We'll talk about it. We'll think about it. White walls? Probably so. But that might not be until after we wear out the tires that came on it. Alright, back in the garage. Apparently I decided this is what I was going to do. It's been sitting there all week like a vampire without its fangs. I was kind of worried all week that my grandson was going to mess with it every time he walked by. And that was a pretty safe assumption because it's pretty much what happened the whole time. I've had the forks on a leap of faith hanging out over here the whole time. I don't remember where I left off in the last video in terms of this maintenance, but what I was waiting on, I couldn't make that PVC work. I know I probably could have messed with it a little bit more or got a different size PVC and made it happen. But and I know somebody's going to tell me in the comments, oh, it's easy. All you had to do, it might have been, but I didn't want to do it. So I bought this fork seal driver just to get it done. So we're going to figure out how to use that. Get these seals in, get these things knocked out. Tired of dealing with it, tired of worrying about it. So we'll see you in there. We got her 95% put back together. I still got to put the front shroud on the wheel or whatnot, but I got the fork seals done. I got the front brakes replaced. I got the brakes bled. I'm going to take it on a little test ride just around the neighborhood here. I'm not going to wear my helmet cam. Just going to do it and make sure it works all right. I'll come back, I'll put all the shit back on, and we're going to call this thing fucking done, brother.
All right, here we go. Maiden voyage after the fork seals were finally changed. The master procrastinator strikes again. This is kind of the maiden voyage. I did take it up the street to the gas station yesterday. I was completely out of gas. I put air in the forks, 10 psi in each one. Hopefully everything turns out all right, man. Or hopefully everything's all right throughout the day today. And I torqued everything to spec. I double checked. I'll probably triple check after we get back from the ride, you know, sometime this week just to make sure. But the suspension does feel probably 100 times better than it did before I got the seals done. I've had two Gold Wings now. The one I bought in August, the 1200, and then this one that I bought in October. Both of them had blown out fork seals. So I've never ridden a Gold Wing with suspension that actually exists. So this is a whole new feeling for me. It feels great. I can't express enough how much better this feels. It is a little bit, not spongy necessarily, but I do feel like I'm up in the air a little bit more. I think a lot of that is played into from having the air in there to begin with. It kind of lifts everything up a little bit, so I do feel like I'm higher off the ground than I was before. And that's probably true. I could be imagining it, but that's probably true. So we're on our way down to the Dirty Shame to meet up with Jack and Colleen. This isn't going to be a big ride like last week. As far as I know, it's just the three of us. I mean, anybody's always more than welcome to come. Next week we do have our big ride. So if you're local, hit up Drunk in the Field on Instagram. He's got all that posted. The date's already there. The time's already there. The route's already there pretty much. So I'm going to cut this one short so I don't eat up too much of my video talking bullshit on the way to meet up with friends. So we'll see you down there.
Down here with the Indomitable, that Jack the Stripper.
Jack the Stripper. I
Jack,
like that.
Jack the Stripper, and Colleen, of course, as always. We're doing badass biker things. We're talking about paying taxes off and solar installation at the home site. So only, we threw in some dildo talk here and there, but only the most hardcore conversations are allowed when meeting behind the dirty shame. We're gonna head out to Burt's Barracuda. We're going straight there. Yeah, Burt's Barracuda. Have some lunch, dick around for a little bit, and then head to the river's edge, which has been featured a lot lately, but it's a lot of fun, so why not keep going? We'll see you out there on the road.
First thing Jack said when I got off the Gold Wing, he said, hey, it looks a little bit higher up front. Hell yeah, I'm glad he noticed. See, I thought it was just me. I thought there was a possibility that it was just me thinking that it was a little bit higher. I might have even mentioned that in the commentary earlier, but to have somebody else say it kind of confirmed. I told him it's way different riding it this way. Colleen asked, is it better? I'm just going to leave it at different because it's like learning how to ride this motorcycle again, to be perfectly honest with you. I'm 99% sure that it's going to be better in the long run, but for now, I'm just getting a feel for it. One good thing is it's not bouncing all over the place like it was before. If you watch any of my other videos, especially the travel ones, you can see where the front of it kind of rhythmically bounced as I was going along. At first I thought maybe it was because of the tire cupping in the back, but now I think those two are even further related. I think the shitty suspension actually had a lot to do with the tire cupping. Look at this, Sunday morning, Sunday at 11:20 in the morning. This is what we're dealing with. It never ends. It's always here. There's probably 1,000 places we could go in the Tampa Bay area to have a good time on motorcycles, but for some reason, just like everything else, you kind of get, I don't want to say stuck in a rut of going to the same places, because I actually like going to these same places. We go to Burt's all the time, we go to River's Edge all the time, but both of those are really nice places to hang out, so there's no reason to switch it up if you don't have to. One of these days I do want to hit up something else, and I think that's what the Sunday rides do for us, that, you know, Aaron, Vices of a Viking, put together 2 weeks ago, and Kyle, Drunk in a Field, put together last week. Let's get on over to Burt's, man. Let's have a good time. I'm going to try to get some of this beautiful day on camera here as we go. Sit back, enjoy the ride with me, and let's do it to it, baby.
Food's here. This place is really expensive for what it is, but the food's actually pretty good. So I got gator tail. All right, let's see how the gator tail is from OCC Roadhouse.
Anything else?
Superb.
Superb.
So I said today I wasn't going to drink as much as last week. Last week I was actually in pretty bad shape, but I was in the bathroom right now taking a piss, and they have a calendar of events above every urinal. And today, from 2 to 5, is sobriety. I guess we're celebrating sobriety from 2 to 5. So they want to join in the festivities. The way I figure, it's 12:43. And if we stay here, I don't think we're going to be here at 2, but if we stay here, I only have to be sober from 2 to 5. Any other time, fair game. One of these bikes is an award-winning machine. I'm not going to say which. I'm just saying one of these bikes has won a championship recently. Okay, in the ever-evolving saga of Colleen's transformation into a Harley lesbian, she is now...
I've leveled up, ladies and gentlemen.
She's leveled up. She's got the cock sleeve and the hair and everything.
There it is.
Not to be outdone. He's got the whole J.R.R. Tolkien dwarven beard. If you want to be a real biker. That's it. Just waiting on me now.
Hey, we just ran into Josh up here, but they were having official business. We decided we're going to take Gandy Bridge over. We did that before, just not from this side. And then over onto Bayshore, which is a beautiful, beautiful little stretch of road right alongside Tampa Bay. You've seen that stretch of road before if you've watched my videos, or especially Shade Tree Surgeon way back in the day. He was always on Bayshore, beautiful stretch of road, and then heading over to the river's edge. We ran into him I think as they were showing up. I kind of feel a little bit bad because he said, hey, we're late to this meeting, but we'll come hang out after. But I've already told the wife that we're heading to the river's edge. She's gonna meet us out there, and OCC is pretty cool to hang out at. They've got decent food. It's a little pricey in my opinion. I don't know why it costs that much. Like, maybe it's because of the economic times that we're in, but like 12 wings, which I don't need 12, 10 is like the perfect amount of wings. 12 wings for $17 just seems a little bit over the edge. A while back I mentioned there were three main bridges that cross the Tampa Bay that lead from Hillsborough County to Pinellas County. This is the southernmost one, and it's the one that has you get a lot of your Pinellas County locals that come out here to swim or to ride jet skis or even to fish. So anyway, let's head on over Gandy Bridge, head on over Bayshore, get some of that beautiful riding in, and then, yeah, we'll see you down at River's Edge.
Yeah, so some days we come out to River's Edge and you could pick whatever table you want. Today,
Sea of Harleys.
would the owner of a Harley-Davidson bagger please come to the front?
All right, boys and girls. Another good day with friends comes to a close. It was a good day. Colleen stepped up her Harley lesbian game to level 2. Only 3 more levels to go. Oh, about to peel out in the dirt there, baby. And another good time, man. This video was pretty busy. We had first service on the Triumph. We had finishing up these seals and brakes. Ride out the Burt's Barracuda. Ride into River's Edge. Well, we're going to call this one right here. I appreciate you coming along with me on this little journey. Don't forget to subscribe down below. I appreciate it. Hit the Patreon up if you want. Hit the member button if you want. That's brand new. We're going to see what we can do with that thing as well. So until next time, we will see you later.